house instead of seeing this offense 24/7?
I'm excited to play. We've been in practice for the past couple of weeks now, and get tired of beating up on your own teammates. So it's good, ready to get prepared and go out and see how we go. So,
There's one area, Malliciah, that maybe you guys have improved on compared to last year. What would it be?
I think probably the focus that we've had throughout this camp. Usually it's been up and down, but you can see more consistency with our preparation of going out to practice every day and working. So that's one big difference that I've noticed.
Facing a team like Auburn that has a new offense, what has that been like in trying to prepare for them this year compared to previous years?
I mean, now you just have to look at like the film from the offensive coordinator school to see how he did things there, rather than just look at the players that you're going against. So it's a little different, but coaches have us prepared.
You think they're going to be a more physical football team than they were the previous 2 years?
I think it's going to be a physical game. It was physical the first time we played them down there at Auburn. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of them trying to run the ball. So we're just going to go out and just prepare for the most physical game yet. So.
What stood out to you from watching the film and what study you've done on his various stops, the offense coordinators?
They're pretty similar. Like offensive wise, you can see tendencies within down the distance what they do. So.
Maybe the idea that you guys will be better against mobile quarterbacks this year, has that been a focal point? It seems like Kyle Frazier is going to want to try to run against you guys.
I think it'll be a lot better. Like I said, with the defense, it's been going great for the past couple of weeks throughout camp and the progression that we've been making. Just going out and doing your assignment and knowing your job and doing it to the fullest of your ability.
You feel you got everything accomplished in fall camp you wanted to?
You said, did I get everything accomplished in fall camp? I believe I did, yes, sir. And I made strides like improving week by week, the things that I expect myself to do, the things they expect me to do. Just being a player, like a student of the game, like knowing my trade, getting better at my pass rushes, reads, being more aggressive. So those are things that's going to help me throughout the season.
What do you think you'll see with Frazier, considering he's a guy they only used for the Wildcat last year, and you guys haven't really seen anything on him on how he throws the ball or anything? What do you expect from him?
I expect him to try to run it, but obviously he's quarterback. They're still going to pass. So right now you don't really know what you're going to get because you haven't seen a whole game on him starting. So you just have to go with whatever comes up.
Why do you feel like you guys will be better against mobile quarterbacks?
I think we're more prepared. We're a more sound football team right now, and we'll see how that goes once this game gets started. I think we're more prepared throughout this camp and being high intensity. Your players know their job and they're gonna go out and do their job, and we've shown that throughout these weeks. So now we just got to put it to work in a real game.
How much anticipation is there to test this new defense out? How much anticipation is there to test this new defense out?
I'm excited. It's been, like I said, it's been going great throughout this camp, and it feels like all the right players for the system. So can't wait to go out there and see how it goes.
You might have one of the best gauges on how good Clemson's offensive line can be. Talk about that for a second, what you've seen out of those guys.
We have, just like the D-line, we have young guys. They want to compete. They want to get better. You see them day by day working. Even me, they're asking me questions about the feed or what they do wrong in this play, that play. So they want to learn. They want to get better, and you can see that they're competing. And we'll see how we go in this first game. So.
What all do you know about the guys going to be lined up across from you on Saturday every game?
All I know the depth chart pretty much. You haven't the film. You saw the spring game, but obviously spring game they switch up people, see how they work together. So don't really know how that would be in the game. Playing against him, we just watched him on film. So
was he there in the spring, Young?
Sir?
The guy that's going to play right tackle.
The right tackle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know the number. There's a number 61 and someone else playing right tackle in there. So.
As a senior, will you take some of these other defensive line starters aside and just any words of advice, anything at the 11th hour that you feel they need to know they go into an environment?
I mean, most people know that it starts up front with a football game. Like, if you win the battle up front, you have good odds of winning the game. So we just gotta, like, we're going out and we're gonna compete our hardest. If you get tired, tap out and let the next guy come in. Like, so just like the front four, with being a family and being brothers and being accountable for each other. And I don't want to let them down. They don't want to let me down. So it's that's kind of bond that we have.
As a player, how different is this week for you? Everything's right here at the doorstep of the opener versus the last week of camp. I mean, do you really get dialed in mentally? Not that you weren't in camp, but I mean, can you just feel that it's different?
I feel the difference. Before it was just, I mean, you know who you're going against. You know what offense you're gonna see. You know what plays you're gonna go against, and you know what's gonna happen. Whether we're working on third down, or goal line, or this and that. In a game, like all those different phases of the game come together. So, I mean, you just have to be prepared. You have to, like, that's what practice and the camp is all about, getting prepared mentally and physically on, like, different situations that will come in the game.
Thank you. You were talking about the first time you guys played Auburn 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And that, as I recall, everybody was saying how physical that game was.
Yes,
You were
sir.
just watching, it was real physical. What do you remember about that and even that game last year from just going against some of the individuals?
I just remember it was a loud game. Like, everybody was full speed all the time. Like, there was no guy letting up anywhere. It was just great to see how, like, all 4 quarters, everybody was just bashing heads constantly, and it became like, I mean, that's what won and lost the game. Like, being who's more physical, who's gonna dominate that guy every snap. So I think that's what we're working with this week, and just all about now is just being prepared and going out there and doing what you're supposed to do.
And how about that game last year over here? Was it the same kind of deal, just real physical like that?
Oh yeah, I think it was. I don't know if it was as physical as the first time we played them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's always gonna be a physical battle.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.